All right, Monday, it's coming late. So be it. Talking about today, had a hilarious thing happen. Just totally booked my day wrong. It was awful. Tried to squeeze in too much work, as well as I didn't have the gear. But here's what's interesting about this. Good friend of mine helped me. I paid him, of course, but I do believe that when you stay active, when you stay busy, not talking about work, not planning work, but actually working, good things do come your way. My cousin, a friend of mine who is in a similar vein as I am, was literally at the dump when I had pulled up. And the job that I had to finish really required a larger trailer and or a dump truck. A dump truck, which he just happened to have. He did me a huge favor, went to the rock gravel mulch place with me, took 3 yards of gravel out to the customer's house that we were working at so we could get it all in one load. And it took literally an hour for me and my friend who helped me today to spread out the gravel and backfill the retaining wall. Now, here's what I want to say. I want to say two things. One, I did a terrible job managing this job. I should have called my cousin literally right away who had the truck to get the gravel out to the job the very first day and to finish it. Basically what happened is I tried to use my 5x8 trailer that really isn't adequate for carrying out 4 to 5 to 6 yards. It can't even really hold 1 yard because 1 yard of gravel is right around 2,200 pounds. The trailer weight, or the max weight that my trailer can carry, is right at 1,400, 1,600. So it's a lesson learned. It's fantastic. But here's my point. Although I did the worst piss poor job possible of managing today, I did two things right. I stayed active, and when I saw an opportunity to request help and negotiate with that help, I'm going to do some work for my cousin for free. I'm going to help him with some of his customers cleaning their gutters. When you're willing to make things happen and when you stay active, you put yourself in a situation where good things can happen. Now, I am a man of faith, that's true. And I'm not necessarily superstitious, although I believe in a lot of spiritual principles. But what I will say is this. When you stay busy, when you put yourself in a situation when you are busy and you are working and you are in the culture, you're in the group, you're in the river, for lack of a better term, I don't know. Just around the riverbed. Anyways, when you're in that vibe, when you're in that flow, many times things can come to you that you maybe didn't think about or didn't have on your mind or just even on your radar that could help you get the job done at a faster rate and or just better. And so basically what I want to tell you today is two things. I want to say this first. Do your best to schedule your day effectively. Get everything in an orderly fashion that you possibly can. Because at the end of the day, a scheduled day that is fine-tuned and or that is put together the best that it can be, obviously there's travel. For me, there's travel. I have to go different places, etc., etc. But when you've scheduled your day to the highest degree possible, you've increased your productivity. So always take control and be the best steward of your time that you can. But the other thing I want to say is, make sure that above all else, you stay active and you put yourself in situations where you can surround yourself with those who may be willing to work with you. Excuse me. And or help you just by asking. Activity is important. Now, focused activity that can bear fruit, that can earn you income, that can build wealth for you. Mindless activity and or activity on something that isn't going to bear fruit or bear profit is a poor decision. But, excuse me, if you're in the vein that you should be and you're working hard and you're successful and you're gaining momentum, the activity of staying in that will many times present solutions to the problems or questions you have. I'm a firm believer. One of the reasons why I like to use credit cards to pay my expenses as well as my business expense, because many times if you can just build momentum and not have your momentum stalled by having to have cash or not having what you need, but just build momentum and go, 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 go. Many times the momentum that you have built, the energy that you have built and or created, many times can present the solution to the problem that you're facing all by itself. It can sometimes even be mindless on your end. You didn't even think about it, but it just presents itself because you've stayed active and you've built momentum. I'm a firm believer in that. And I know that sounds maybe a little superstitious, but in my experience, it is true. If you build momentum and you focus on the right things, many times just the momentum and the energy that you've created can in fact provide the answer for you. So I wanted to get that out today. Take me as a good example. Schedule your day the best that you can. But at the end of the day, stay active. Stay focused on positive wealth building concepts. Stay focused on positive income generating concepts. Because even if you're doing it wrong, and if you're like me, you probably will at some point. Even if you're doing it wrong, you're not scheduling your time right, you don't have the right gear, you're not set up right. Even if that's the case, just being in the right vein, getting in where you fit in, many times can and will provide you the solution to the problem you are facing. For every action, there is a reaction. Let's go. If you've liked the content, like, share, subscribe, get out there, hustle. If you hated it, if you thought that this is the worst video you've ever seen or that I'm the worst YouTuber ever, do me a favor, copy, paste, send it to someone you hate. Let's go.